So we're going to end with looking at some examples of substitution. Let's find the integral of x squared plus 1 squared times 2x dx. So when you're doing substitution, you're always going to look for something that has a composition, that has an inside and an outside. So if I'm looking here, this first part, this has an inside and an outside. It has a composition. So you're going to let u be the internal part of that, x squared plus 1. And then take the derivative of this equation. You'll get 2x dx. So now, for this integral, I'm going to start by replacing this by u. So this will be u squared. And then the second part becomes du. So now I'm just looking for an antiderivative of u squared, u cubed over 3 plus c. And then finally you have to switch back to your original variable. My problem was originally in terms of x, so you're going to plug in u was x squared plus 1. And there is my answer. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's look at find the integral of 5e to the 5x dx. So again, look for a term that has a composition in it, an inside and an outside, and that would be this e to the power, and you're going to choose for u to be the inside part of that, the 5x. So then du would be 5 dx, and now we're going to plug in so the first thing is this 5x is going to become a u, and then what was left is this 5 dx, which becomes a du here. Well, then an antiderivative of e to the u, it's just e to the u plus c. And again, switch back to your original variable, which was x, e to the 5x plus c. So as you practice this idea of substitution more and more, it's going to get easier for you to figure out what your substitution should be. So what I want us to do is look at in the meantime, look at some examples and try to figure out what our substitution should be. So what would the substitution be for the following integrals? So I'm going to go ahead and write all three of these down. X squared plus 1 to the 4th. The integral of 3x squared square root of x cubed plus 1. And then the integral of secant squared x times tangent x plus 3 dx. So maybe what you want to do right now is pause the video and try to figure out what do you think these substitutions should be. So if you want, pause the video now, take a guess before we discuss it. Let's go ahead and say now, what would my u be here? So here I have a composition. Where's my composition at? It's right here. It's where I have an inside and an outside. So my guess is u should be x squared plus 1. Look at the second one. Where is our composition at, our inside and our outside? Right here. So my guess is that u should be x cubed plus 1, the inside of that. Now for this third one, there isn't a composition. So, but instead, if I look, I know that the derivative of tangent is secant squared, so I can make my u be this whole thing right here. U will be tangent x plus 3, because its derivative is secant squared, which is also there in the integral. Okay, so for those three, those would be the substitutions we should make. And as you do more, you'll get more and more insight into what you should choose to be your u.